there was a wolf. A wolf stalking the neighborhood, attacking people, they said. Ollie was called in because I wanted to do. I said, well, I've tackled vampires and zombies and giant gummy bears. I suppose I can figure out a wolf. So the first person spoke up. I said, yeah, so it happened to me, I guess, 2 nights ago. I was walking home through the alley. I just come, I gone to the bookstore for like a hot cocoa and to read some, read a magazine. And it was just after nightfall, and I came walking down the alley. And I started hearing this like click, click, click behind me. And at first I thought it might be somebody, like a person in heels. I didn't think much of it. But then I listened more carefully, and it was like the wrong pattern for a person with heels. So I turned around, and there was this wolf following me. And when I turned around, its head popped up, its ears popped forward, and it started coming my way. It wasn't full on running, but it was sort of trotting my way. And I didn't know what to do. I ran. And it started running after me. I got inside my door. Luckily, I lived just here on the corner. And it sniffed around the door for a while, and then it wandered off. And the lady said, yeah, that's similar to what happened to me. I wasn't in the alley. I was just on 32nd Street there. Just walking along, and then all of a sudden this wolf was running after me. Like I heard the running, and I turned around and thought some person was chasing me, but then there was this huge canine beast, big and white, with gray streaks and big black lips with teeth, so many teeth. And I ran. I mean, luckily I wasn't wearing my heels because I couldn't run that fast. I was stuck in my heels, but I could run pretty. I was just in my tennis shoes, and I could run pretty fast. And I ducked into the coffee shop, and I just hid. Luckily, they were still open. I didn't see where it went. I called the Hopkins security people to come and escort me home. And then one of the security people spoke up next. I said, "Yeah." So I was actually one of the security people that escorted the young woman here home, and that was in my golf cart. And that's what I used to get her home, because she sounded pretty freaked out. So I just took one of the golf carts. I didn't want to make anything hard for her. So I was already kind of on the lookout for this wolf. And yeah, as I was heading back toward campus, I looked down the alley, not toward the bookstore, the other way. Same alley, but down further south. And I saw it there. It was running into the garbage. This big, huge creature. Probably, I bet it was up to my hip. And I stopped and watched it for a second, trying to figure out exactly what it was. And it matched her description, this big white thing with the gray streaks. And then it turned and looked at me, and I just floored it. There were a couple more stories kind of like that. I said, okay, so has anyone actually been bitten or clawed? Has the wolf gotten to anybody? And nobody raised their hand. I said, all right, well, we should feel fortunate about that. I mean, wolves are pretty fast, so it's good that nobody's really gotten hurt. This have all happened over the past couple of days, right? Everyone's sort of murmured in agreement. They've all happened kind of right around my apartment building, actually. And they said, yeah, right at that corner of, between 33rd and 31st, between Charles and St. Paul. I said, all right, well, and it always seems to happen in the early evening, is that right? And everyone thought, yeah. The security guard said, yeah, I mean, mine was by the time I saw it, it was probably 8:30. But yeah. I said, all right. Well, I think I know what I need to do, because it was 4 o'clock then, in the afternoon. So, I'll see what I can find tonight, and I'll let you know. I have some ideas. So I went back to his apartment, and he got several of his cameras. He has some remote cameras that have a long battery life. And he set up some cameras in the alley. And he had them set to do motion detection, so they wouldn't sit there all night long recording. And then he himself went up on his own roof. Just hung out, watching the alley. What are you doing? Well, I brought up a cup of peppermint tea and watched. He had searched around to see if any, wolves had escaped from the Baltimore Zoo or the DC Zoo or anything like that, but there was nothing. No reports of anything like that. Now, it's certainly possible. You can get all the way out to the county, down into the city. Only being in the woods. It's not a direct path, but you can do it. And so a wolf could make their way down. It's across a few roads, but all I was thinking, it probably wasn't that. And so he watched, and he sipped, and he watched. He sipped, and he had his camera, or his computer up there, so the other cameras were, ready. They would turn on if they saw anything. He just waited. Then he heard it. A scratching noise, and then a ka-chunk. I tried to follow the sound, but it was bouncing around in the alley, so we looked in his cameras. One of his cameras turned on, and he saw a fence swinging wide open, like it had just been barreled through. I went, okay, that's okay. And he looked in the direction where where that camera was pointing. It's a little bit further away, but he could sort of see the gate swinging. He didn't see anything yet. But he got down off the roof as quickly as he could. In fact, he climbed down the side to be even faster. And he ran that way as quickly as he could. And he saw the gate. It was still swinging a little bit. And he ran straight into the yard. Because now he really had a theory. He ran straight into the yard, and without even hesitating, he knocked on the back door. Boom, 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 knock, 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 knock. And a groggy person came out. Because by now it was like, well, no, they weren't great. They were, whatever. It was still early evening. Maybe he's groggy anyway, it doesn't matter. Maybe he's a nurse, doesn't matter. Maybe I'm just groggy. Hello? Yes, what are you doing in my backyard? I'm sorry, but you shouldn't be in my backyard. I said, I apologize for being in your backyard without permission, but do you have a dog? I said, yeah, but wait, she's not here? She's not in the backyard? I said, no, and your gate's open. That's why I came in. I said, oh no, hold on. Karen, Molly's gotten out. And you're like, what? Oh no, okay, I'm coming, let me get my shoes on. I said, yeah. So yeah, we have a dog, Molly, and we just adopted her from my uncle. He lives out in the county, but he's just getting old and he couldn't really take care of her anymore. She's a young dog. Got a lot of energy. Whoa, my goodness. She's a sweetheart. She's a big, she's a big white dog with some gray streaks. Yeah. Got really dark black lips, lots of big shiny teeth. I guess, yeah. Why, have you seen her? I said, well, I haven't seen her, but so, okay, my name is Ollie the Octopus. I'm a private eye, and I've been hired by the community 'Cause they think there's a wolf on the loose. Your dog's been scaring some people. I bet it's been escaping like this every night. Oh no, I hadn't even... Now that you mention it, the gate was unlocked. Molly must be getting out, wandering around the neighborhood, and then coming back in. And I just think she's hanging out in the yard. When I was a kid, we lived out in the county, and I would always let the dog out after dinner and come and let her in before, not this dog, but the dog I grew up with. Let her in, before bed. And that's what I've been doing here, but she's been... I said, yeah, she's been getting out entirely, terrorizing the neighborhood. Oh, no. Well, we got to find her. Right then, his wife came back with a flashlight and shoes. The guy was already in his shoes. I said, oh, hi. Who are you? I said, oh, I'm Ollie the octopus. The guy said, yeah, he's been hired by the community. They think Molly is a wolf. She's been scaring people. Oh, Molly couldn't scare anybody. She's such a sweetheart. I said, yeah, but imagine you didn't know that she was a sweetheart. Imagine you didn't even know that she was a dog. Imagine you thought she was a wolf, and she came running after you. Now, maybe she just wanted to play, but... I said, yeah, okay, I can see that. Well, we better hurry then before somebody... I don't know. We better hurry. And so all three of them went out calling, Molly, Molly, Molly. Here, Molly, 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 Molly. Molly, come on, girl. Come on. I've got snacks. I need to have snacks. Bought some, milk bones. They crossed over 32nd Street into the next section of the alley and kept calling, Molly, Molly, come here, Molly. And all of a sudden they heard and Molly came, this big white shape came bounding around the corner, out of some, neighbor's backyard. He came running up. I said, whoa, I can see how people were scared. That's a whole lot of dog. My goodness. I said, yeah, Molly's big dog. Oh, Molly, come here. The dog came up and snuggled up against the owners and gave Molly a big lick. Oh, Molly said, all right, so I guess you better do something with your gate. I said, yeah, I'm really sorry. Please tell everyone we're sorry. Maybe I'll take Molly on some walks and introduce him. Oh, I'm so embarrassed. Am I going to get in trouble? I said, I don't think you're going to get in trouble. She didn't actually hurt anybody. But you might want to show up at a community association meeting or something, or introduce everybody to your apparently very friendly dog. And that was the case of Ollie and the wolf attack.